Okay,
Hey, look at that. No power.
so welcome to
Wait, does
Shangri-La.
power even make
This
sense
is
in it?
loud. Jesus. Yeah. This is gonna be me ranking my top 5 maps ever in zombies. I figured, fuck Borderlands for a bit. Let's play some zombies. I've been grinding out Drac, trying to figure out how to do the Easter egg with a couple of my friends. And said, fuck it, I'll just rank my top 5 favorite maps.
Seriously, Treyarch.
They're not very
Seriously.
exciting. They're not very, like, cool maps that a lot of people like. But they're cool to me. But, my top 5 is quite shit. Anyway, number 5 would have to be probably Revelations. Just based on how fucking pretty it is. The map is gorgeous if you ever just looked at it. Just stopped playing, dropped your controller, and looked at it. Very gorgeous. All the aliens and keepers and shit just everywhere. How you can go to different maps by using the bounce pad thingies. The wonder weapons that are in there, which consist of the red. That's it, I think, yeah. You can also get the Annihilator. The Easter egg took quite a long ass time to figure out. I was helping out with that. But yeah, the Easter egg took forever. I finally did it, like maybe a month or two after the map came out. That took quite a long time to figure out and actually do. A lot of tries. I'd say I played for like a week straight, gave up mentally. What the is this shit? Yeah, gave up mentally on just everything and concentrated. The steps aren't really that hard once you actually know what you're doing, which I still don't because I've only beat it like twice and that was a hot minute ago. My number 4 favorite map would have to be Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead is quite a unique map for several reasons, like the afterlife, going to the bridge, the plane, introducing the Thompson into the game. The unique personalities of the characters, the warden, everything about it is great and it fits that atmosphere perfectly. The zombies are 2 types. Some are, like, not types, but looks wise, there's 2 types. There's the guard zombies and the prisoner zombies, which is just fucking cool in itself. The warden is probably one of my favorite things about the map, other than the wonder weapon, which is the blundergat, which you could turn into the acid gat. I think that's the only variation. There's the blundergat, petrolic withering, and the acid gat.
I just want a pot of gold and a little down.
Excuse me.
And a hula girl.
And God, just going to that bridge and seeing everything unfold as soon as you get there is pure magic to me now. Back then it would freak the hell out of me, but now it's just pure magic, and I love it. The map isn't really that complex. The only complex thing is like your first 2 times doing the afterlife jumps and getting the key and figuring out how to do pack-a-punch and getting onto the roof. All that for like your first 2 times playing it is quite complicated. But like that 3rd and 4th time you understand everything quite clearly. You can definitely still watch guides on the map, but I really don't think you would need one, because it's complex, but not as complex as a map, say like Origins or something. And speaking about Origins will be on this list.
Damn it! Where's everyone else?
Ow. Number 3. Number 3
Do this, gutter slugs!
would definitely have to be 5. Five back in the day. Screw this classified shit. It's not the same. 5. When you see that Pentagon thief fucking Flint Lockwood his ass towards you, that's some scary shit. And you don't know what to do but scream and run and hope that he doesn't take your pack-a-punch fucking ray gun. And it makes you cry when he does. But anyway, when he shows up and takes your gun, you feel defeated in every way possible. But you're never gonna get that gun back, so you just end up finding a new gun, hitting the box, getting to Winter's Howl, then you're happy. But he's not the only exciting thing about that map. It is one of the scariest maps in my opinion, and it is one of the hardest maps. Actually, in my opinion, the hardest map. Because there's not much room to run around anywhere. You can't train, you can't camp, because there's windows and shit everywhere. The Winter's Howl is shit. All the guns actually in Black Ops 1 are quite shit. I don't know why Treyarch thought it would be a good idea to just make all their guns weak as shit. It's just quite a very hard map to survive in. I would say my highest is about 35. Like 35, maybe 36. I know other people that can go up to like 100, but that, holy shit, that's a lot of time. And too difficult for me. That's, no. Let's touch on the Wonder Weapon a bit. The Winter's Howl is pretty much a gun that shoots ice cubes and freezes zombies in place. First, it'll start out slowing them, and then it'll get into just completely freezing them. And then if you knife them, they would just shatter, or shooting them will do the exact same thing. But getting this thing to do damage is basically trying to shoot marshmallows out of a gun and expecting it to kill Hitler. That's equivalent to what the Winter's Howl is. But most of the other, I would rather just stick with a ray gun or the starting pistol. Because the Winter's Howl is just quite shit. The characters though, the characters in this map, holy shit, he's right there. The characters in this map are incredibly hilarious and perfect for the time period. You have John F. Kennedy, McNamara, you have that one Arabian Aladdin guy, and you have that one potato-looking bitch. Them two names I can't remember. Oh, Castro, Jesus. What I call him, Aladdin? Yeah. So, John F. Kennedy, Fidel Castro, McNamara, and Nixon. I don't know why I couldn't remember Nixon. Holy shit, I'm really slow. But yeah, my favorite in the map would have to be John F. Kennedy. He's just badass and can be funny at times, referencing shit from that time period. Nixon does the same thing. He references some shit from the time period. The other two, McNamara and Castro, I don't really care about that much. They're not funny. They're not interesting to me. The only interesting thing about McNamara is that he was the last to survive out of all of them. He's just hiding in a closet, and you can hear recordings of him saying that he was the last one to survive, and he's hiding. I don't remember what map you can find those recordings in, but they're definitely there. Did I not? Does this not work? Am I being big dumb? This is... Okay then.
Need some cash or a sledgehammer.
Ah, there we go. I didn't open it. Number two. Number two is definitely gonna have to be Drac. Drac is just a fucking gorgeous map. Up in the mountains in a snowy castle, dragon statues, bows, just the architecture in general, amazing. Such a beautiful and fun map to play with your friends or solo. I like to play solo sometimes, mainly because I don't have friends. But other than that reason, solo is quite easy and fun on Drac. A lot of methods you can take just for transportation is none. But to move around the map, there are 2 doors that spawn that will take you pretty much to the exact same place and will take you to a dragon that you have to fill up in order to actually get your wonder weapon, which would be the Wrath of the Ancients bow. So you can upgrade those and get, oh jeez, fucking piece of shit. You get one of 4 variations of the bow, or you can get all of them if you want. Personally, my favorite would have to be the lightning bow. A lot of people's favorites is that because of just how overpowered it is. I have a couple friends like the void bow. I have a couple friends that like the fire bow for some fucking reason. Fire bow is shit. It's hard to get once you start out. It's just one of the worst bows. But anyway, the 4 variations of the bow is the wolf bow, the void bow, which shoots out a bunch of fucking ghost heads. Wolf bow, basically you shoot an arrow at the zombies and it absorbs their souls into some bullshit. Lightning bow just shoots out a fucking ball of lightning, or a tornado if you charge it up. And the fire bow, which is pretty much Wrath of the Ancients, but stronger, and shoots out volcanoes. So the Krakatoa from Borderlands 3. But other than the shitty wonder weapons, there's so much more to this map that you can do, like the wonderful Easter egg that I've been practicing with my friends. It's quite easy now that we know what we're doing, and not too difficult. What else is there in the map? The gondola system is quite unique. It's not very unique, but it's still unique. You get a tram fuse, plug it into a command control pad thingy dildo, and a tram will come up and drop off a power up for you. It can be random. Oh Jesus. I think it will very rarely give you a ray gun, but I'm not sure how rare that is. Back in the day, I think it was quite frequent. I got it once. I think I got it once. Yeah, it's very, very rare to actually get a ray gun from the tram. I think that's how the golden ray gun was a thing back then. But I can't really tell anymore. Oh, that's not Jug. No, that was Jug. Oh, I remember. Jesus, you fucking piece of shit.
Start looking for some lead.
Okay, moving on. My number 1 favorite map ever, which I would highly recommend to everyone to play, is Origins. Origins is basically the same as Drac, but I consider it better. Only because I really love the staves. It's such a unique thing, especially back then, since all we had back then was slickifiers and just fucking stupid ass bullshit. And the jet gun. But it was such a cool, unique innovation to what we had back then. And especially, God, why did I'm so dumb. And just the way the map is back in World War One, running through the trenches with panzers on your assholes and stabs in your hand. It's just such a cool thing with the Nazi robots coming up overhead. We actually have to go inside those robots via the foot and get a staff piece. Just those little things, going inside the robot, going all the way to the church and riding the tank, having to activate all the generators, just those little things is what makes Origins great in my opinion. I love it so much, and I could play it constantly. I literally played it for 10 hours straight one day. I died numerous times, so I didn't go to such a high round, but I definitely played it for 10 hours straight, and it was like the best time I've ever had. The stabs are quite easy to get if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you won't be able to get those stabs unless you look up a guide or have one of your friends that know how to do it help you. The Easter egg. A big part of the Easter egg is getting the stabs, but other than that, it's smooth sailing. You just have to do a little thing. Just collect a few parts, use the Maxis drone, throw some shit in holes, kill some panzers, place your stabs, and you're pretty much done. It's not a really hard Easter egg, and it's not a hard map, but it is hard if you don't know what you're doing. Just seeing everything unfold in that map is true beauty and brings a tear to my eye. That's why I always recommend people to play Origins if they ask me if they should play it. If they ask me what map they should play, I always say Origins. Or if they don't have Origins and they have Drac, I will suggest Drac, because it's pretty much the same thing, but Origins is more complex to me. But that's going to be the end of my ranking video since I died in Shangri-La. I don't know why I played Shangri-La, just figured, fuck it. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this one. Hope you guys have a great day. Like the video. If you haven't already, subscribed. Leave a comment down there for me to read. And I see you guys in the next one. See ya.